We're live, guys. We are live, and this is a little too high. I think so. Let's get this popping. Yes. What's up, everyone? So I want to talk about this autophagy. I'm tired of people asking me about it, DMing me about it, intermittent fasting. And then I'll go into a little bit of carnivore. And then we'll bounce. So you guys come into the chat. What's up, everyone? Is that too high? Maybe that's too high. Bring it down a little bit. So between Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic, and YouTube, YouTube you have like a horizontal image, and Instagram's vertical. So I keep having to change the tripod. So sorry about that. What's up, Jessica? You're the very first. Yes, you're on it, Jessica. Love it. Okay. So as you guys are joining the chat, I want to talk a little bit about autophagy, or yes, I think that's how it's pronounced. And also about intermittent fasting and the cleanup of cells. Yes, of dying cells and the turnover of renewal of cells. And also, does that actually work? And also the carnivore diet, because that also could be seen as, what is it, sort of the detoxification and clearing up of cells. It's weird, there's only 3 people here. I wonder if the notification's going out. That is very bizarre. By now there's like 50 people. Weird, right, you guys? I wonder if the... Okay, now it's coming out. I guess, Jessica, it came to you fast, the quickest. I'm doing carnivore now, and after trying keto, I couldn't adapt. I think carnivore diet is the right one. Well, the carnivore diet is keto. What you talking about? Your glycogen's depleted. You want to rely on ketones so you don't friggin', develop this really horrible low energy. Let's see. I missed you last chat yesterday. I think my chat was 2 days ago. I don't remember. Yeah. Okay, guys. So, I think I'm going to read some questions. Okay, let me go into this autophagy. Autophagy. That's what it is. Autophagy. So hold on one sec, guys, with the question. So here's the problem I have with the intermittent fasting. So yes, can autophagy, the fasting of, like when you fast, you're not putting any type of pollutants in your body because plants have anti-nutrients in them. Meat that is not fresh slaughtered has a lot of bacteria on it. Then we're dealing with poor quality meats, and thus we start to have problems with the detoxification, the methylation of our body and our cells. Fasting vegetables are giving me histamine. Exactly. I'm craving more plants with fats. Okay. So, I need to turn in more light. Some more light going on here, guys. So here's the problem with the fasting, guys. If your body, right, and this is also people dealing with MTHFR, gene mutations, any type of methylation process that has to happen, liver, your biliary system, the liver, kidney, colons, for all these things to detoxify, you cannot have a lot of cortisol. Okay? So it's really troublesome when people persist that intermittent fasting does well for them. And I get these really dumb quotes with no proof, right? There's just no proof. Because people want to drink the Kool-Aid. People want to diet. People don't want to eat. Now, if you don't eat food, if you fast, if you just water fast, things like Candida albicans spores will drop dramatically because you're not feeding them glucose. If you don't have a physiological insulin resistance rebound and having your blood sugar spike, if your blood sugar spikes to gluconeogenesis, if your body's releasing a lot of cortisol or histamine, your candida is going to explode, even if you just completely water fast. Now, with that said, I'm feeling this vibe. Let's see here. Confused about what cortisol exactly. So somebody doesn't understand what cortisol is. So cortisol is a hormone released from your adrenal glands. So your adrenal glands sit right here. And there's these tiny little pea-shaped glands that are your safety energy gas tank, like your reserve gas tank. And also to help release reproductive hormones. So these poor little things, or these tiny little things, every time that you are in an emergency, you need to run real fast, get out of danger. So often the workouts that you do, if you're having adrenal fatigue and you're tired, then, or you didn't sleep well, or you haven't eaten anything, the adrenal glands will start pumping out adrenaline, norepinephrine, cortisol to raise your blood sugar. That's what it's designed to do. The adrenal glands are going to help release all these hormones to raise your blood sugar to give you quick energy. And people rely on these emergency source gasoline. This is your emergency tank. And when you're using it all the time, your cortisol production in the morning, so your cortisol should be highest in the morning to raise your energy. I appreciate you, and thanks for helping me on this keto journey. Anyone that asks me anything about the lifestyle, I refer them to you, because you are the truth. Thank you so much, Connie. That's very, 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 very sweet and kind and generous. Oh, Richard's in the house. I got a mod. Yes. What's up, honey? What's up, Richard? I got two of them, Deborah and Richard, but Richard's here. Unless I missed Deborah, I can't. I was standing so far back. Okay. I don't care about Sean Baker. I really don't care. You know, he's got some points. He's got good points. He's got bad points. He's got good dietary choices, in my opinion, and some poor ones. But, you know, whatever. He's trying. Poor little thing's trying. Okay. Who said ditto, Connie? Noel, thank you so much. And Briseis is in the house. Insulin spikes. Okay, so you have to contextualize insulin spikes. You can't just say insulin spikes. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. So essentially, when people, like somebody on my YouTube channel is like, oh my God, Dr. Fungus is like Nobel winning prize, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you guys, it doesn't matter who the person is, me, anyone else. You have to go and do your own research. You can't just go by what somebody says. They might, you know, like Sean Baker, he might have some really great points. He might have some crappy points. You gotta like shovel through the minutia, find out what makes sense to you, okay? But do a lot of research. Like, don't drink Kool-Aid, okay? Because Jim Jones did that to people and it was a problem in Guyana, right? Just don't drink the Kool-Aid fast. Really try to learn a lot. And I'm really kind of over these studies, you know, studies that show sometimes, like, it's so interesting. I had a consultation today with a woman who's naturopathic, whatever, alternative doctor, put her on, literally, she's like, and CoQ10 and vitamin K. And I was like, and why are you taking all these supplements? She's like, I don't know. I was like, what do you mean you don't know? I was like, okay, did you buy these supplements from your holistic functional doctor? She's like, yes. I was like, that's when I don't trust her. When she's not like, you know, I don't sell all this stuff, go out there and get it, then they mean it because they don't profit from it. It's the same thing with doctors and pharmaceuticals, that they're pawning off all of these pharmaceuticals to you, and they're not actually going down the rabbit's hole and trying to find the problem. You can't just hear something that someone says, read something in the book, and then it's facts. What is up with the people? Hello, you guys. Just because Dr. Fungus says it's true doesn't make it true. You have to go by what makes sense. I was talking to this woman in the consultation, I don't care who the DR. I don't care, you guys. It doesn't matter who the doc. I have been to doctors. I had 5 surgeons on my knee, 10 surgeries, 5 surgeons. They destroyed my leg, destroyed it. And there was this little kid when I was in Sweden. I was in Stockholm, Sweden. That's where I fell and broke my knee. And he said, "Do not trust one doctor. Go and see many." And he said, "I had a friend," and I remember, and I just didn't listen to him. He's like, "I had a friend who broke his finger and it never healed properly." And I was like, "A finger, who cares?" So I didn't do that. I went to a doctor, a professional MD, orthopedic doctor, who destroyed my leg. Now, with that said, so now anytime, if I ever have to go to a doctor, trust it will be 20 doctors before I make my decision, because one person is not going to dictate my reality. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Go and do your own research. It doesn't matter if it's me or anyone else. Do your own research. So let's talk about autophagy, because that's called autophagy. My bad. But if you're not keto adapted, and here's this person says, "I did carnivore and keto didn't work for me." Well, clearly you're going carnivore because you have an aversion to histamine response to the anti-nutrients in plants. So you're doing better on carnivore, but make sure your fats are high enough so you can actually get the benefits of energy and use ketones so you don't become catabolic, because that's a problem. If you're not producing enough ketones and you're just eating meat, okay, and the right kinds of meat, we don't want to put a lot of pressure on the kidneys, right? The quality of meat, everything matters. How fast and how much, and your digestive enzymes, the HCl levels in your stomach that are going to break down these proteins. Do you have enough of them if you're going to do carnivore? You just have to go by what's logical. But you have to do a lot of studying, a lot of research, a lot of comparisons, and a lot of experimentation before you make up your mind. Thank you, Richard. My mod is donating to the super chat, which is that that's a contradiction. You can't have somebody help you, pay you. Richard, stop. But I love you, Richard. Thank you so much. Richard is definitely a homie of mine. We like this. All right. So I want to just explain to you this autophagy. It's the cleaning up of dead cells or dying cells and the renewal of cells. So sort of this detoxification process. And yes, in theory, same thing with Jeff Bullock and Steve Phinney, proved in a lab, you guys, that the brain can use ketones, that is not solely dependent on glucose. So that's great. But then you take Phinney, especially Phinney, who's still really talking very verbally about keto, which I love Stephen Phinney. You guys know I love Stephen Phinney. But he does recommend some things that make people sick, like MSG from bouillon cubes, and some of these very high histamine foods in his recipes, and cheese, which a lot of you guys are freaking sensitive to cheese. And this is a guy who's a doctor who proved keto in a lab. Okay? Just because you have MD or DR next to your name doesn't mean everything. We are humans, and over time we learn more how these dietary measures react to the individual. Now, what's amazing is that I never thought that a person could live without eating vegetables. So when I first heard the carnivore diet, I thought it was ridiculous. It's a joke, right? And then all these people start saying that they're doing better, and then I'm like, okay, so why are they doing better? Oh, they have a histamine response coming from their mast cells from the anti-nutrients in plants. Okay, then I'm trying to understand the acidity in our stomach, the fact that you have these ruminants and these animals, these grazers who also eat meat. I mean, the point is that certain animals can take plant source foods and make it into fatty acid and actually use it as fuel. We're not very good at that. So it starts to make sense about us being scavengers, the pH level in our stomach, the acidity in our stomachs, and how people can eat high meat, right? Which some people don't understand why people eat high meat. They don't eat high meat to get high. They're eating high meat to get the bacterial benefits from the meat. Hello? 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 the nutrient and bacterial benefits from high meat. So we just have to learn and go by what makes sense. So when this person's like, Dr. Fungus says this, and he's a Nobel Prize winner, and, intermittent fasting is great. But you guys know I've been coaching almost 3,000 people, and it's like, okay, every single person who's ever fasted has my hair started falling out fasting, intermittent fasting. My hair started falling out. I became super, super constipated. I became hypoglycemic. I had physiological insulin. My period stopped. Why is Fungus not talking about that? Okay? Because people, you shared the link on the Facebook. Oh, cool. People who hear that something does well for another person are not realizing it doesn't matter that somebody did well on a certain protocol. Your particular gene expression is the only thing that matters, you people. Stop, you're killing me. Your own individual gene expression. Okay, I'm a 51-year-old woman, right? This is me at 51, muscles, lean, all this kind of stuff. But why have I developed this type of physique? Do genetics play a role? Yes, duh. Not being 51, child. No, the shape of the muscle. Don't get it twisted. Not the leanness, the shape of the muscle. So, Elise is like, amen, right? So, what I've done with my gene expression with autophagy, for example, that you can experience autophagy from eliminating the foods that are creating a destruction of the cell, right? Right? The way you breathe. Everything is going to help your methylation pathways. Everything's going to help your detoxification pathways, getting your cortisol down, connecting to the circadian rhythm, eating foods that have the proper nutrient value to help heal cells. There's so many little moving parts. I was not breastfed. So, that's a problem with me having candida or any type of gut dysbiosis when I was younger. So I've worked real hard at repopulating the gut. Now, repopulating my gut is going to help my epigenetic gene expression. So as I get older, I can still look young. Boop! But it takes a lot of work. A lot of consistency. So thinking that you're going to go and intermittent fast and not consider your adrenal health, your reproductive health, your DHEA, your pregnenolone, your pancreas, the beta cells, the medulla, the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, if you have polycystic ovarian syndrome, or fibromyalgia, or rheumatoid arthritis, or Raynaud's, or this or that, all those little freaking things matter, people. You can't just hear that somebody did something and think people are like, okay, Stephanie, let's see what you eat in a day. And I'm like, why? You don't have my body. I've been doing this stuff for 11 years, people. 11. And me doing this for so long, over a decade, now, my body, I have not had a drop of sugar in a decade. Not a drop. Nothing. No potato, no sweet potato, no cacao, no this, no that, no nothing. I've just stuck to the cruciferous vegetables, fatty meats, and I am fabulous. I am a walking example of doing keto for so long, which people keep sending me videos. This guy called me Susie Keto Person. Bro, it's Stephanie. Because if he had this guy on a YouTube channel, he called me, oh, you can't do keto for the long term because it'll ruin your health. So he called me Stephanie Keto Person at 25. I mean, Susie. You're calling me Susie Keto Person because if you say Stephanie, then people will find me and see that I'm not 25, that I'm 51, and I've been doing this forever. And then, hello? People are haters out there. No problems, Deborah. And Richard got here a little bit before you, but I don't think there's any problems so far. What I'm trying to explain to you guys is that everybody is a talking head, including me. I'm a talking head too. I just happen to be a sort of in your face, a little bit sarcastic. Try to keep it real as I can. Thank you, the wolf. What is it? Oh, Main Street. So when you guys intermittent fast and you have adrenal insufficiencies, You guys are drinking coffee, you have gut dysbiosis, you don't sleep well, you don't exercise, you're estrogen dominant, men, your testosterone's too low, and you think you're gonna have autophagy and have this amazing growth hormone release because you fast because somebody said online that happened? We're the people that, oh yeah, I forgot. Deborah, she's so right. There's 120 people in here and only 40 likes. Really? Y'all, I'm on a Stephanie rant. I'm trying to teach you all. Like, this is free information. So the only thing that I would really like in return is for you guys to up give the thumbs up, hit the like button. Okay, so the Wolf of Main Street says, I tried, this is what I get in all my consultations. Check this out. I tried fasting one day and was dying. So why was he dying? Did he not have enough electrolytes? Is Fungus talking about electrolyte balance? No. He's talking about autophagy, he's talking about growth hormone and detoxification of the cells and regulating your insulin and dropping weight and being super healthy. Did he tell you that if you go to bed really late, then you become insulin resistant and then that's like just destroys the whole concept of having insulin sensitivity? No. You have to contextualize everything. So please stop writing in my comment section, I did intermittent fasting, it did well for me. Okay, well, let's see what you look like. Come over to my house, honey child. Let's go through a workout with you intermittent fasting. Let's see how quickly you die. Okay? I'm just saying. Let's just see how healthy you are from the inside out. So I'm so tired of, look, I'm in this, you know why I dress like this? Paul Chek. Paul Chek made me dress like this in all these videos. Paul Chek said years ago, and it's stuck in my head. He said, if you're going to promote health, let's see what you're working with, okay? Because a lot of people can flap their gums and then like wear a shirt buttoned up to here like Mr. Rogers, and you don't see what they're working with. Let's see you work out. Go to my mother sucking Instagram page and watch me do handstand push-ups with no wall. Handstand push-ups 51, yo. Come on now. I am not playing. You got to have strength and balance to do that stuff. You can't, it's not friggin' green screen. So, you guys, if you want to detoxify your cells, right, and regenerate new cells, go to bed and connect to the circadian rhythm. Do you think that you're going to do intermittent fasting, sleep crappy, drink coffee, have things with glyphosate and fluoride and amalgam fillings and heavy metals and arsenic, and you think that you're going to have autophagy? You don't think you're going to go into gluconeogenesis and have like catabolic catabolism of your cells? For real. You guys, gluconeogenesis is the breakdown of either your fat cells to reconvert back into glucose to be used, which like Michael Phelps, the swimmer, Olympic swimmer, is really great at that. Not good at clearing out the insulin. He can clear out the glucose and use the glucose through gluconeogenesis. Or it is a breakdown of what? Your proteins and amino acids in your body so your brain doesn't go into a coma. Because it doesn't care that you want to look aesthetic. Brain does not care that you want to look aesthetic. Why do people intermittent fast? To look aesthetic. They don't consider their prior damage. So that's that subject. So y'all like, hey, I did intermittent fasting, it did well for me. You know how much that annoys me? Come do a workout with me. Let's go skateboarding, okay? Let's do a 6-hour skate session on a vert ramp. Let's see how long you last intermittent fasting, okay? You can intermittent fast, but you should be ketotic. You should have enough electrolytes. That's where Steve Finney totally gets it right. And if you're going to intermittent fast over long periods of time and years, you need to rest when you're fasting. Because if you're not in ketosis, you're burning through your amino acids. And you're not going through autophagy if your body has too much cortisol in it. That for you. Okay. I'm ranting today. Shoot, somebody making a comment on my page, they need to get with it. Don't challenge me, honey. Okay. I can street skate, no ramp. Yes, you can skate. If you can street skate, you can vert skate. Just takes time. Once again, Jimmy Moore fasts and he has gained his weight back. No disrespect though. Okay. You see this thing right here? Jessica? It's responding to what you're saying, okay? Okay. Although I don't want to talk any smack about him because he's helped me a lot in the beginning of me doing all this kind of stuff. But without using names, yes. Okay, the problem is if you have if you're metabolically inflexible, right? You don't have a strong, healthy gut, adrenal, thyroid, reproductive system, like your central nervous system, your sleep. If those things aren't in balance and then you try to fast and you're not ketotic, you're going to do more damage. And every single person that I've coached who've intermittent fasted, which has got to be up to about 100 people at this point, all of them have had problems. But when you try to make money, you're not going to tell the problems. People talk about keto. Keto is amazing. No, keto will frack you up if you do it wrong. Why don't people say be balanced in their opinions? Why not say this is good, this is bad, make your decision. This is bad about the way you do keto. This is great about adapting. If you're fully adapted, but if you just 1 centimeter off in the way that you do keto, it can ruin and gut your health. Who else says that? No one says that because they try to make money. We try to sell products. When I started writing my book, yes, and I'm still writing it. When I started writing my book, someone said, "You're too honest, Stephanie, and that won't sell." And I go, watch it sell. Because if I start listening to you and he's like, you can't write that keto is hard. You can't write that there's problems because that book won't sell. I was like, okay, watch. Okay. Whew. Y'all, I'm all wound up. I literally got off of my bike, threw off my jacket, and started doing the live stream because I wanted to catch the light and not dark. Yeah, keto will so do you in if it's done wrong. And people are like, how do you do it right? I'm like, I got like 2,500 videos explaining how to do right. I cannot explain that in like a paragraph, honey. All right, so let's talk about the carnivore diet. I get it. I get why some people need to do it. I get it. Like the anti-nutrient, I keep finding people, I eat almonds, my skin breaks out. I eat this, I got eczema, I got shingles, I have rashes and scaly skin and I'm dry all the time and I can't poop and I got a bloated stomach and I get mucousy and I get sinus infections and I have seasonal allergies and I have flare-ups with my joints and I'm really tired. I'm depressed. Like I have IBS. I have Crohn's. Like I get it, people. I get why people go carnivore, right? How's that for autophagy? Okay. Maybe one day they'll start talking about autophagy with carnivore because I am not a proponent of intermittent fasting. I'm a proponent of the carnivore diet, but keto carnivore. So the goal is to get yourself into ketosis by keeping your animal fats high as you're eating animal fat with animal protein, fatty protein. That's what we want to help take down the histamine and the inflammation and the destruction of the mucus lining of your intestine or your stomach by eliminating these foods or rotating them in and out and in and out and in and out to take down so the gut wall can heal. Because we're talking leaky gut, why a lot of people go carnivore because they have leaky gut or they were born C-section or were not breastfed. And so therefore they don't even get given antibiotics too soon in their young life. And then their gut wall is weak as frack. And that's why people have all these illnesses and autoimmunity and all of these getting sick all the time, and you guys keep taking antibiotics and chemicals and lotions and deodorants and all in the non-organic vegetables, screw your gut up. And cheese, right? Because there's this cross-reaction, the cross-reactive event that happens when you take grains and then you eat cheese, and the brain cannot decipher between the two. It's like casein, baby plant, the grain. Okay, well, I'm going to have cheese destroy my gut and dairy destroy my gut. And that's why some people can't even eat butter on keto. And they're like, oh my God, so I can't eat butter. I'm like, there's lard, there's tallow. Keto first, then carnivore. No, you do all at once. And some people can't do the dairy. They can't, especially with keto. You can't adapt. And how many states give you A2 raw milk? It's sad that we can't, but I think there's a website you can order it from. But I digress. Can we get the likes up? 122 people here in the house. I know some of you guys have never come to my channel before. If you like up the stream, it helps people find me and makes me more visible to the YouTube audience. Otherwise, I would never ask for the likes. But I'm just trying to educate you guys that if you're going to intermittent fast, rest, right? If you really want to experience autophagy, then don't intermittent fast all the time. Take intermittent times to intermittent fast and then do nothing to experience autophagy. Okay? Now, with the carnivore diet, I'm a total proponent of it. I think it's awesome. I think that people should do keto, carnivore, make sure their fats are high, but just make sure that you don't have, with your leaky gut, that the bacteria, because we're not eating fresh slaughter, the bacteria on these meats are not doing you in. So you're going to have to rotate, test. Do not eat first of all, eat your protein slow. 40 chews. You got to turn that into liquid in your mouth, or else that'll be a problem. Swallowing big chunks of protein that are not well digested. Talk about digestive distress and spike your glucose and irritate your kidneys. Okay? Get the fattiest cuts of meat. Don't do lean meats on a carnivore diet. And if you do a carnivore diet, if you have an aversion to plants, because I'm an omnivore, I'm not carnivore. I've done all meat for a couple weeks just to see what's this whole thing, because it was nothing. It's like, if I do keto, if Steph does keto, because my carbs are so low, my vegetable, my cruciferous, if I do keto, the vegetables I have right now, I'll have broccoli every once in a while, but not a lot because it kind of bloats me. That's the one cruciferous my body's like, Cauliflower I'm good with, cabbage I'm good with, but I don't have a lot of it. I've taken down the amounts of vegetables. I used to say you can eat up to 9 cups. People are like, where are you going to get your fiber from? Well, you don't need fiber if your gut bacteria is in balance. Inuit tribe, yes, Maasai, and other cultures that didn't have a lot of plant source foods, because we eat plants out of season. We don't need all that fiber. Some people, fiber helps them poop. And some people, the soluble and insoluble fiber bulks up and it can't get out of the pipe and it just makes everything stuck, right? More fiber, still can't poop. Don't do that. And don't do psyllium husk. It'll scratch your colon. Don't do that. Be careful, guys. And I am testing a lot of people on my keto course page. So I have a keto course page. And a lot of people have got thyroid, skin issues, bloat. I've been bloated for 15 years. I've never had a flat stomach. I'm always bloated. I'll be flat stomach for 5 minutes in the morning, and as soon as I get going, I'm bloated. I can even drink water and get bloated. Yes, gut dysbiosis. A lot of you guys are doing monolaurin, you're doing activated charcoal, you're trying to do oregano oil and garlic to try to fight the candida spores. You have to also factor in stress. That'll make you can do all these things, all these supplements and stuff to take down the candida and get stressed out, and it'll just blow right back up again. So I'm gonna sit down. So that's where carnivore has its place, and I always prefer that people on a carnivore diet still hit 200 grams of fat. So you better get some pork belly, you better get some fatty ribeye, You know, you got to mix up and get the liver and the heart. Well, these aren't the fat. The heart's not the fattiest. Liver and tongue. You know what, you guys? You can take tongue and you can mix it in ground beef, and it's soft and yummy and delicious. Cow tongue. Okay, I'm going to answer some of you guys' questions, and then I'm going to go. Okay, so short rib. Okay, I can't get 200 grams of fat in. I'm sensitive to butter. Don't eat butter. Eat lard. Eat tallow. Struggle reaching 100. I just don't eat a lot. I usually, so Whitney, you might have HCl problems in your stomach, right? This too bright light, child. This too bright light. Sorry, guys. I'm hyper. When I'm hyper, I act stupid. Mood, right? That's mood. Okay, let me get here towards the middle of the screen so I can see it better. Then I'm going to get off the stream. We're at 35 minutes. How did that turn to 35 minutes? A lot of talking. Okay, let's see here. What do you think about egg fast? No fasting. No. What if you have an egg allergy? Then you're fracked up. If you have If you have blood pressure issues, how should one start? You have to get your stress down. You have to get sleep. You have to learn how to diaphragmatic breathe. That cortisol is a big reason. Stress and that stressful mind you have and the toxic food is what's making your blood pressure spike. Don't smoke cigarettes. Don't drink caffeine. Eat every couple of hours. That's a long one. I never said no fruit. Your name, child. Avocado. What's the avocado? It's a fruit, honey, child. Yep. Olives. Fruits. Okay, can't be 50. Yes, I'm 51. People are going to think I'm crazy who come to this channel. Okay, do you ever get issues with red meat, beef? No. A lot of you guys that have problems with red meat, number one, you don't have enough HCl levels in your stomach with enough digestive enzymes. That's a problem. Number two, a lot of you guys aren't doing grass-fed. You're doing grain-fed meat, and you're doing leaner cuts. And so that's why some of you people have issues with red meat. Some people cannot do the uric acid, right? You've already had prior damage in your body, so you can't have the uric acid from red meat or the purine. So, but most of you guys can do red meat. See, my friend did beef and butter only for 2 weeks. Okay. And what happened, Jessica? Staying around 100 grams of, no, you have to do 200. 100 grams of fat is not keto, people. You won't produce viable ketones. I've seen it 1,000 times. Plus, I have a course page. So there's been hundreds of people on that page, and it's amazing. And it's very organized. So you can really see that people don't create enough viable ketones. In fact, I did a live stream this past Sunday with somebody who was not producing enough viable ketones in the context of having energy. You have to up your fats. Let's see here. Why should I be afraid of what? Afraid of sugar? With all that fat? Because a yin yang, sugar will spike your insulin, and insulin is a storage hormone. So if your glucose is high because you ate sugar, and it skyrockets up to here. Forget here. Yo, people, it's up to here. Then your insulin's going to overshoot the glucose, and if you have fat in your blood, everything gets stored. That's why. That's why you get fat on eating sugar and fat together, like a French fry. Okay, or ice cream. She lost 12 pounds. I'm thinking it was it was water, for sure. Jessica, yeah, water. Yeah, I am so California now. Water. And in Sweden I was going, vatten. Okay, let's see here. Tell him, Deborah. What are your thoughts on... Okay. Last time I talked about this person, he had a stage 5 meltdown. Like, literally inboxed me and started calling me nasty names. Like, I'm 51. I don't got time for that. You want to ask him, you want to know about why this person talks about this much protein, go to him. Okay? But he is someone who's not going to be, like, I don't need the drama from him. He's like, he seriously has meltdowns. So I don't need the drama from him. And I just don't need the drama. But I can tell you why someone shouldn't. Like, in not reference to him, just in my own opinion, protein that your body, you guys can't eat, digest. A lot of you guys have low HCl levels, right? You don't have proper digestion. And you're going to use that protein because what your body cannot use and have insulin take it and put it into your muscles as amino acids, your body will convert into sugar. It's like simple math. It's not that friggin' hard to understand. So when I started coaching people and they ate too much protein, they would get sleepy, they would go through gluconeogenesis, their blood glucometer, their blood sugar would spike. That's why. And if you guys are insulin resistant on too much protein, that means insulin's way up here and you're going to store that protein, baby cakes. You need to be in. There's a lot of moving parts on how much protein you should eat. So that's my opinion. You don't have to believe me, or you don't have to believe anybody else. That's my 2 cents. That's like the third person asking me what I think about what somebody else says. I don't care what this person says. For real? No. Okay. And I think that if you have a question about what somebody else says, you go ask them. Leave my ass out of it. I don't need no immature rants. Okay. From that person. Did the Inuits even get scurvy? No. They had no scurvy, no disease, no cancer. You know why? Because there's more bioavailable vitamin C in a freaking liver that's raw than from a non-genetically altered orange. Okay? Or lemon or lime or whatever. So people don't understand. Vitamin C is in meat. And if you take liver, that's why they consider liver one of the, if not the healthiest meat to eat, because it's filled with everything that'll keep you alive. Let me see. How long have you been on keto? Almost 11 years straight. 51, right? Strong. Yo, Steph is stronger. Look at that. Stronger every day. Strong. I'm so strong. And I feel so incredibly fortunate. I don't know if it's a big part of my mentality, my personality, but I feel so grateful to be 51 and to be strong and to feel vibrant and to feel alive and have the energy and not take BS and don't let people bully you and don't get caught up in all of the minutiae. I even stopped looking. The only thing I research right now is physiology and biology, because when I start going down the rabbit's hole trying to watch what other people say, then I get too tripped up on what they say. And I want to get tripped up on what I feel, and then I want to have experiments with people that I work with, and then I learn from you guys. That's where I get my data from, through osmosis, with working with you guys. I need to drink water. Why isn't somebody reminding me to drink water? Okay. Lays me to lose weight? No. You should say, no, I've never been fat. I would never allow that to happen. No. And I will, with my little sanctimonious rump, say that. You know, I've gained 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 pounds max. Done. No. So you can say how long it took me to adapt. Probably a year. But I was very patient. Very, very patient. What's it? Charmaine says, what's up, Steph? Love from Barbados. Barbados. What you're talking about now? I can't do it. This patois thing, I need to go down there to learn it. Okay, hi. Why blood sugar? Why blood glucose? What? Comments are coming in real fast. Why my blood glucose high after nightmare? Because of cortisol. That's simple answer. Cortisol. Cortisol will spike your blood sugar so you can run real fast from danger. That's what it's designed for. That's why your blood sugar spikes. Beef liver, yeah. Chicken liver doesn't have as much nutrient density as beef liver, but if you women out there who are anemic, honey, get on the chicken liver because it has more levels of heme in it. Yes. Almost 6 o'clock. So any of you carnivore people land on this channel, keep up the good work, people. You get a little hand patty clap from Stephanie. I love what all these carnivore people are doing, these young carnivore people, because they are taking down. I love it. I freaking love it. Finally, you've got two ideologies. Now we've got it more fair, right? We have a more fair argument to come up with different conclusions. We have vegans, we have carnivores, and I love it. Now, before it was just vegans, and they would attack everybody. Now the carnivores are like, yo, we here now. Okay, so now it's an even playing field. Finally. Yes. All of them. Frank, Stefano, Milk Jar. It's not Sverige, people. What? Why do people call them Sverige? Yo, it's Sverige. S-V-E-R-I-G-E. Sverige. Not Sverige. Please, when I hear Sverige, my ear hurts. It's Sverige. Sverige. Everybody calls them Sverige. Sverige. Keep up the good work. Frank, keep up the good work. Milk Jar, keep up the good work. Love from Stephanie, all the way. Not that other person, but these three. No, there's the one Heal Your Gut guy too. He's cute. He's like, he coming up. Some of the stuff he says is wrong. Not everybody can do milk. Okay, they just can't. But the rest of the stuff I love. That's a weird question. Are sumo wrestlers healthy? I'll let you figure out that one. Okay, bone marrow, yes. I make beef, liver, and chorizo, ground beef, and bacon, and tomato. Tomato is a nightshade, so Lana, I wouldn't do that. I would peel off the skin. They took them tomatoes from South America, went to, to Spain, and especially Italy, and they got sick until they learned how to peel the skin off, right? Like skinless tomatoes. Be very, very careful with those tomatoes. They will bite your butt. Yes, I wake as soon as I get up, and I eat as soon as I wake up. I don't do that whole fasting nonsense. Garbage. I put gasoline in the tank. And then when I go to the gym, by the time I digest, when I go to the gym, I'm fully fasted. But my hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal, and thyroid axis are like, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for putting gas in your Maserati, or today, the Bugatti. No, you don't have to rotate liver. If you don't have a histamine response to it. Rotation of foods really come down to histamine. Or the fresher, let's just put it this way, if it's not fresh, maybe. Let's see. Michaela, Peterson, Amber, Olene, Charles, Washington, I listen to those people. And they don't really have enough, I'm really sorry, but like, sometimes Frank says stuff that I don't necessarily agree with, but I'm digging his stuff. Yeah. At least his nutrient profile comparisons. Michaela, I listen to hers and I know Baby Cakes. No, she been doing, she new to the game. She doesn't have enough information. I'm sorry. Michaela, love what you're doing, Baby Cakes, but just put her in the oven, okay? Put Michaela in the oven. Got nothing against her. Put her in the oven, let her bake some more, right? And then ping, when the alarm goes off, she'll be ready to be able to give you guys more data. Working with people is really the best way to learn. You can't use yourself. Using yourself is the worst example. Using me as your ketogenic example of somebody, like my diet. So I'm like, if my carb count gets too high, I don't pop out of ketosis. If I eat too much protein. Now, before I had problems with it. Before I had problems. Chewing protein too fast, too much protein. I would have crashes in the afternoon. I would have reactive hypoglycemia. It's all gone because over time my body's highly keto adapted. So what I can do and push the limits, which I don't, but and the amount of fat that I eat, and staying this friggin' lean, right? The amount of fat that I consume is in another woman's mind, she'll be like, I don't understand how she eats all that fat and stays lean. But yo, I've been doing this a long time. Like, I'm even worried about doing streams this late because I don't want the light to mess up my circadian rhythm. That's how friggin' bananas I am into this stuff. Do you think there's any truth to William Herbert Sheldon's, what is it? Somatotypes? Ectomorph. Yes, no. Like, here's the thing. Things are contextual with mesomorphs, endomorphs, and ectomorphs. You have to contextualize things. Like, what are people, do they have any damage? Their age, their hormones. All of these things play a role in these body types. So, yes, but no. How much salt and potassium do you have? Okay, you mean, should everybody have? Because I'm different, remember? I would say between a third to a half teaspoon of a Celtic or Himalayan salt, depending on the person. If you have low blood pressure, you need to up the salt. If you sweat a lot, you need to up the salt. Everybody's different, man, woman, size. Potassium, they used to say 4,700 milligrams, but now I've been messing with my keto group. They're my like test bunnies, and everybody's starting to get their potassium lower, and you can have some potassium in, I think, the blood, and cells hold on to a little potassium. So if your potassium reserves are okay, I think the demand for 4,700, hunter-gatherers were not eating 4,700 milligrams of potassium from, 9 cups of spinach. No. So I'm starting to think differently now. So the only way to test theories is to test them, right? And test them on all different kinds of populations and not just one or two, and over time. We are 3 people away from hitting 100 likes. So can we get the likes up, guys? Because that helps bring people to my very humble channel, where I try my hardest to get on these live streams. I used to do them every day. Now I'm doing every other day. Now I'm almost at an hour. I try to keep it at 30 minutes. But I still go an hour. Sometimes I go 2 hours because you guys aren't reminding me to get off and drink water. As a person who works 9 to 5, how and when would you recommend workouts? Before 2 o'clock? So in the morning or lunchtime. There you go. Or weekends. Yay, we hit 100. Thank you, guys. I always try to hit 100 likes as a goal. It just, I don't know if it's a fidget thing, but also, if I ate breakfast and lunch, would it be straight to skip dinner? No, you want, like, in the beginning of your keto adaptation, you want to get enough fat in. So I like to put 3 meals a day. And once people start adapting and their hypoglycemia goes away, their thyroid, their lethargy, their sleep problems, then you can do 2. Breakfast and like a late lunch with fat snacks in between. But no, I would do dinner for now. Just don't eat past 6 for now. For now, we don't want hypoglycemia in the middle of the night. High cortisol. Yep. Want that. Whew, am I missing some questions? Okay, let me see how many hours between meals. So, Starlita, everybody's different. If you're hypoglycemic, unfortunately, on keto in the very beginning, because your body doesn't know how to use ketones, you got to eat every 3 hours, if not 2, with severe cases of hypoglycemia. Over time, once you're highly adapted, you can go down to 2 meals a day. So everyone's different, to make a long story short. You'll get 101 likes. Okay. You guys, to like up the stream, you just hit the X on the right corner and it'll collapse the window, and then you'll see the thumbs up. You hit it, and then reopen the chat, because a lot of people don't know how to like up the stream. Thank you, Lexi. I appreciate it. How should I implement ghee into my keto diet? By eating it all day, every day. In bone broth and teas, put 3 huge tablespoons on your food, because I don't count the cooking process anymore with fats, because people's fats are too low. I had a consultation this morning with a woman, her ketones were a 0.8. I was like, baby, you cannot count the fat that you fried, you sauteed your spinach in. You need to go plop, 1, Dr. Oz, rule of 3, You know, you put not the Dr. Oz show. I was on the Dr. Oz show, and I said, just put 3 on the plate. I'm not up late, child. Honey. It's 6 o'clock here. That's not late. I'm not sleeping at 6. Okay, I know in Africa I did when I went there many times, but not here in Cali. It's late. It's not late. What veggies do you eat? Cruciferous, broccoli, not that much so. Cauliflower, not kale, because that's bad for the thyroid. All of it's bad. Cook it all. I'm done with salads. Yes, we need to cook out the anti-nutrients. I am tired of this salads. No, get rid of the salads. My next stream should be toss your salad. Toss it to the side. So I've taken down my veggies, and I only eat the low glycemic, mostly green, except for the cauliflower. It's 8 p.m. Well, it's not 8 p.m. here. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. here. It's 6. Broccoli bloats me like no tomorrow. Yeah, I get a little bloated too, so just cut it out. But I love broccoli. That's the thing. There are certain vegetables I still love. I'm not fully carnivore people, but I've definitely taken down my amount of cruciferous vegetables because of the influence of the diet and understanding that we don't need, like, if I'm going to want nutrients with fully formed K2, I'm going to eat liver. If I want vitamin C, I'm going to get it from liver. If I want my heme and my iron, I'm going to get it from liver. I'm not going to get it from spinach. That won't do nothing. Huh? What'd you say? Can I explain what? Crisa? I don't understand. Sorry. Liver rules, right? Liver is the best. I've tried it. Tongue, heart, and liver. Liver I just crave like no other. Yes, I cook my liver. I cook it. I barely cook it, but I cook it. I don't do the raw liver. If I had to, I would. Because you all know I would eat donkey poop out of its butt if I had to. I'm not one of those people, I can't do that. Like, I talk to fully freaking formed adults who are like, I can't do liver. I was like, you have children? Yeah. Do you remember when you told your children to eat your vegetables? Which you shouldn't have done, but remember that? Remember you said, well, sometimes you just got to do things you don't want to do? Well, if you want to improve, especially women, menstruating women with anemia, like you can't get, or you want all the B complex, y'all people who are like hemorrhaging your B's through stress and like leaky gut, get on the liver. I still eat spinach, Wolf. I just don't rely on spinach. The carnivore diet has influenced me. And also practicing it with my clients. So to sign up for my keto course group, you just go to stephanieperson.com. It's a membership Facebook page, but you can't sign up on Facebook. You have to sign up on my website. And you guys go to my Instagram. I'm trying to grow my Instagram because it's so easy to do a lot of info there every day. YouTube is ginormous. It takes a lot of work. I need to get more back into my edited videos, but what am I saying? I never edit my videos. I need to get back to pre-recorded videos and not do just live streams because I think I need to do short things so people could get more information. All right, guys, we're hitting an hour and 2 minutes. Are frozen veggies okay? No, that's garbage. Like, I know you guys, like, first of all, you don't have to eat vegetables like you did before. Second of all, unless you're like having benign heart palps, you're not getting enough, and you don't have an aversion to spinach with histamine, and you're not getting enough potassium from marrow or from liver, then just get freaking fresh, organic spinach. It's worth every penny because it'll save your health later. I end up drinking heavy 1 or 2 days a week using gin and 0 calorie stevia mixer. Maintain keto is the sustainable. No. Alcohol has ethanol, so contrary to what you heard, like, yes, you can have, liquor sometimes. No. Because the ethanol in all alcohol, it's not about sweet alcohol or wine. The ethanol shoots your blood sugar up real high and drops it. And when your blood sugar drops, it becomes super unstable, especially if there's problems between insulin and glucagon. Yo, what's up? Okay, should you count the leafy veggies when you're counting your carbs? Yeah, that's where carbs come from. I mean, the amount of carbs in meat is grams is so small. Actually, I have 2 cups of water here because I told myself to keep drinking. Alcohol is poison. It's so poison. I don't know why this is even a conversation. Also, caffeine is too. So marrow is a substitute for liver? No. And some of you can't deal with the glutamate in the marrow, so you have to be very careful, you guys. Cruciferous vegetables are broccoli, kale, cabbage, broccoli, how do you pronounce that? Brussels sprouts. You said kale already. Collard and greens. Yes. It's all the crunchy vegetables that are dark, except for cauliflower. Congrats, keto muscle. Oh, I missed it. Sorry. I missed it, Deborah. I need to slow my caffeine. Yeah. You guys, I do consultations. Now, I think I'm almost full booked, but I'm going to reopen the calendar soon. So if you guys want a one-on-one consultation with me, I have a lot of experience. I'm 51 and I know my shite. If there's one thing I know, it's keto. Actually, I'm really learning about the reproductive system, depression, gut dysbiosis, leaky gut, definitely Hashimoto's, hyper and hypothyroidism. I'm actually learning a lot because all you people who do keto have those issues. And fibromyalgia, that's a big one because people are like, I don't know why I have this pain. Oh, and Raynaud's and tinnitus and vertigo. Learning a lot about those things. And dandruff, itchy skin, candida too, that's a big one. What do you do to warm up for, what? Huh? I live in California. What do you do to warm up for your workout routine? Live in California and ride that bike? Done. One and done. I know that to eat fat bomb before bed. No, I don't eat fat bombs. I never was a fat bomb person. Starts with the microbiome. Right, at least this all starts with the microbiome. What's a good ketone reading? Okay. Blood sugar between a 69 to 80, 75, 77. Those are really sweet spots. And ketones between a 1.8 to a 3.0. Sweet spot is a 2.0. Thank you for streaming. I want to get a podcast so I can listen. I want to get your podcast so I can listen to, I guess, my videos. Okay, cool. Fat bomb is when you take like coconut oil and butter and you melt it. You put a little spice in it, like cinnamon or vanilla, and you put it, or some people put stevia, and then you put it in like ice cube molds, and you put it in the refrigerator, and it's like cold chocolate, essentially. No, a fat bomb is actually where you like mix the fat together and put it in the refrigerator and then have it later as a bomb. Bomb! Okay. Lexi, I only recommend probiotics to start with because I told you guys this story. I was talking to this guy at the gym and we were talking about probiotics. I said, be very careful because they can give you really, really bad stomach ache. Because you got to clear out all the nonsense, like all the bacteria, like the candida, the parasites. You need to lower the spores anyway, and get rid of some parasites before you add the probiotic into the system, because you don't know which strain you're reacting to. You can actually make your gut, your SIBO, grow more. And so this guy in the gym, he's a bodybuilder. He took a probiotic that his coach told him to take. And he went to the hospital. He had stomach pain that bad. So that just told me how much SIBO. I didn't even have to ask what his poop looked like. Because if a probiotic sent him to the hospital, his poop must be pure liquid. I'm just saying. And floating when it should sink like bombs to the bottom of the toilet. My Whole Foods, what? I got my consult Thursday. Yay, Monique. I can't wait too. That's awesome. Thursday. So today, so you're going to have a consultation in 2 days. Awesome. Yes, I love my consultations. I love them. I love the people. We connect, we bond. It's just such a nice way. Like on my phone, you guys, it's hard. That's the reason why I come across as weird on my streams. But on a one-on-one, it's just, beautiful. You ran out of grass-fed liver. 2 locations, so is it okay not to worry about it, or should I go buy grain-fed? I wouldn't do grain-fed. The liver holds a lot of toxins. You listen to me now, y'all people. I ran out of liver, what's today? Today is Tuesday. Sunday. And I about had a meltdown. I'm like, Whole Foods has no more grass-fed liver. Both of them near me. And I was like, I have to have liver. I must have it. I become obsessed like that. I've got to have something always in my refrigerator or freezer. And so I call this grass-fed organic butcher. They're out of it. And then they have lamb liver, and it's like so far away, and you drive in LA traffic, you're like, no, 1 mile. It could take you like half an hour to go 1 mile sometimes. I was like, can I ride my bike? No, that's too far. And then I was like, because it's like 10 miles away or something like that. And now 10 miles is like, you don't know. Nobody likes driving in this town. You got to go to the airport, like, you on your own, honey. I am not taking you to the airport. And it's not that far away. It's like 20 miles. So I just kept looking. I was like, Sprouts. I will go call Sprouts. I was like, do you guys have any grass-fed liver? They're like, yep. I jumped in my car and I went to Sprouts. Y'all listen to me now. And I bought like 8 packages. I took all of them. Okay, you see this? Oh, it's Gelson's, not Sprouts. Oops. You see this? That's. I better be careful because sometimes they're bloody and you go like this on, but not on this. You see this? I bought like 8 packages of this. I cleared out the whole shelf. I was like, nope, I am never gonna run out of this liver again. And so the rest is in my freezer. That's how crazy I am about my liver. This stuff is saving my butt. I love it. Love. As a menstruating woman, this is the power in the freaking chi of my life. So I went and I bought the entire shelf of all. I was like, I am not running out of liver again. Nope. Because if Whole Foods is not going to sell grass-fed liver anymore, then I need to stock up because I'm not driving in that traffic 2 hours to get liver. Okay? And I'm cooking ribeye right now. I put it on a super low temperature, but I think I need to my ribeye. I'm gonna up the temperature. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it's over an hour. Again, you guys are tricking me. Okay, keep asking questions and I don't get off this stream. Let's see here. What about chicken liver? It's great, but Crystal, is it Crystal? Beef liver is better. 8 ribeye today, right? How do you cook the ribeye? I'm just slow cooking it right now. I've made a pre-sauce for it, put it over my ribeye, and it's just cooking on the stove right now. It's pan fried. What do you add to the liver to increase the fat content? Sorry, you don't increase fat content. I just put some fat, some lard, or some butter on the plate afterwards. Oh, India. Sandeep, it's been a while. I haven't seen you for a while. You know I got to get my butt to India. People are like, I'll never go to India. You see like poverty and death and people get sick there. And I was like, that's why I want to go. Okay? I want to go to India more than Dubai. Like, I want to see real life so I come humble back to where I'm from. And I'm grateful for the life that I live. Sometimes traveling is a pain in the butt. But I love it because it always humbles me every time. Deep fry. No, you don't deep fry liver. That'll kill it. No, just saute. I will come. I know it's so beautiful. And first of all, I love India. I love Indian culture. I love the food, even though I can't eat it anymore. Most of it. No flatbread. Curry, yes. But I can do a cauliflower rice curry dish. But Ethiopia, if you have not already. I know, I need to go to Ethiopia. I did a consultation with the Ethiopian woman not that long ago, and her hair was straight, and I was like, "Are you Indian?" She's like, "No, I'm Ethiopian." I was like, "No, I saw like Afrocentric features on your face, but I couldn't understand the straight hair." She's like, "Oh, I straightened it." I was like, "All right, you Ethiopian. All right, cool. Yeah, I need to. I've been to East Africa a few times. I need to go to Ethiopia. Actually, I'd love to go to all of them. Ethiopia, Somalia, Eritrea. Why do I get dark eye bags from eating carnivore? Because your macros are wrong. I don't know the quality of meat. I don't know how much. Oh, that's your kidneys. Sorry, my bad. Your kidneys are pissed off at you. You're doing it wrong. You guys, you can't just go, online like all these carnivore people who are talking about it, like most of them besides Sean Baker and a few others. Frank's in his 20s, Milk Jar's in his 20s. I think Sverre is in his 20s. These are young people with probably better digestive health than somebody who's older. Is glucose 95 before breakfast good? No. Glucose at 95 anytime on keto is not good. Unless it's 1 hour after eating, it spikes and drops, but not before you eat. No. Let's see. Well, she doesn't go above maybe 50 or 60 grams of protein and 3 ounces of liver, like 18. Okay, yes, that is true. 9 Mars 3. Drink water. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. I'm almost done with it. Whew, drank too fast. There is a company called Sugar Free Me. You can spray it on your tongue. This guy started his own company. Makes sugar taste like garbage. But really just up your fats. Fat will kill the sweet tooth in 2 seconds if you hit 200 grams. Add it onto your plate. Not on the pan. I don't count that. All right, y'all chilling. This girl got to go. Okay. What are people with kidney problems? Keto's low. Seriously, people with kidney disease, I get this all the time. I was like, keto's actually moderate to low protein. Contrary to what those other people say on other channels, that protein, a large amount of protein don't matter. And here somebody's like, I got dark circles under my eyes. Clients from eating too much protein are having freaking dark urine. Idiots. What's wrong with people? You can't just use yourself as the example and say that eating a lot of protein is fine, because people do it wrong. And then they've got dark circles and freaking dark urine and kidney pain and stones. So people with kidney disease actually fare well on keto because it's a low protein, moderate to low protein dietary measure. It's a high fat, not high protein. Almond milk is garbage. Almonds are toxic. Almond milk is garbage. Get rid of it. We are addicted to milk. I was too. I was a cereal addict, milk a connoisseur, not a dinosaur. Okay, guys, I have to stop. I literally, tell him, Deborah. It is garbage. It's processed. Almonds are toxic. Almonds are baby seeds. Baby seeds like to frack you up. Why is everybody sick? Everybody's sick. Everybody's unhappy, and everybody's depressed. Almost everyone that I talk to. Everybody has digestive issues. Everybody got candida. Everybody gets, not everybody, but a lot. Everybody got, Everybody's stressed out. Cortisol too high. No milk. Stop with the milk. You guys stop. No. Just stop. I know. Thank you, Deborah. I really need to go. I get nothing done. I have a course page. Like yesterday, the reason why I was not on the course page yesterday, I was working with my web guy who also is going to do videos of me. And we spoke for hours. And I was like, I need to get to the course page. And it just got so late, I couldn't get there. So now today's Ask Steph and then my mods. I need to get to that page, answer the questions, work on my book, because I'm working on it now every morning, you guys. Yes, honey. Thank you, Deborah. I do need to get off though. Please eat. Yeah, okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for whoever has not liked up the stream. You just hit the X in the right corner, hit the likes up, thumbs up, because this tiny little channel And you know my channel is tiny because I've been doing it forever. And people come along and they hype and say the keto's easy and eat a lot of protein and do this and do that. And you'll lose weight, and they get a lot of views, they get a lot of subscribers. And because I keep it real, sometimes come across as a bit sanctimonious and a know-it-all. But I'm trying, you guys. So thank you so much for just coming here and being supportive to what I'm trying to do and listening. So, yeah, so thank you, everyone. And thank you for the people who keep coming back. Keep rocking, Steph. You're the best. Thank you, Sandeep, who's a person who's also come back many times. So, woo! It's like right now my body goes, okay, Steph, rest. Because I literally came from the gym, bike, walk in the door, and I've done nothing else except live stream. So it's time to go. Love your honesty. Thank you. Yeah, I try to be honest. And I'm just in a place in my life. I just got to say this, you guys, real quick. I'm 51, and like the rules of the internet, I start to not care about them anymore. If people are rude in my comment section, I just delete them. Like, I don't even care. Like, I'm not in the millennial crowd where this is a free country, you gotta blah. I'm like, no, not when you're 51. You do what you want to do. Because I've been doing what everybody wanted me to do my whole life, and now I do what I want to do. So I just want to say that, like, I've really come to a place in my life that I look at my body and I go, what do I want to do with my body? I don't look at that girl's body and go, she has that on her body. How can I get that on my body? I don't do that at 51. Because at 51, you just happy, and you're so grateful and thankful that you're healthy, right? And when it comes to friendships, when it comes to work, when it comes to money, today on the internet, people are so money friggin' hungry. I have one friend, he's like, you need to do this. You could be making more money, Stephanie. I'm like, no, shut up. Shut up. I don't want to do this just for money. It'll take the fun out of it. You guys know I worked as a photographer for many, many years. As you can see on the wall, my photography. I did that for years, and it literally killed like, I would get so excited just to, people always knew me as the girl who had a camera with her all the time. And now I never have a camera with me, and I've got a really good camera, and I'm just disgusted. And like, digital photography has disgusted me. Like, I have a dark room in my closet, like it's in a box. And I used to sit in the dark room and make images all, like, hours. So I don't want keto to totally be bored with it. And all I try to do is hit, numbers and views and sell, like, weight loss and do all this kind of stuff to sell more. I just can't do it. I just can't. So if you guys start seeing me get bigger and making more money, it will be done very slowly. Because if I try to do it too fast, it will kill my love for what I'm doing right now. I'll just kill it. It'll just destroy the love for it. So you guys will see me grow slowly. I'm okay with things growing slowly as long as I don't sell my crap out. Okay, what's your body fat percentage? I don't know. I haven't measured my body fat in a long time. It's probably like 13%. I don't know. Probably 13. So don't get, like, people are like, what are you, 10%? I'm like, nah, I'm probably like 13, right? I'm pretty lean right now, but I'm still a woman. I still got, chunky booty, so it's probably 13. I don't know, though. I haven't measured it. And it doesn't matter. Who cares what my body fat is, right? Just want to make sure that the skin isn't hanging and, like, tight, right? Hormones are still working. That's all I care about. And that's another thing. When you get older, you just want to be healthy. You want to be fit. You don't want to be like, okay, I want to get down to, how many women I talk to, like, I want to be 15% body fat. I'm like, just be healthy. And they're like 35% body fat. I'm like, you want to go from 35 to 15? No, just be healthy, people. Stop obsessing over the body fat. It's weird, right? What does low body fat have any purpose to our survival at all? Sometimes when I'm at the gym, I'm like, we're all obsessed with our bodies. And then I'm like, okay, snap out of it. We're obsessed. Like, none of this stuff has anything to do So that's why I incorporate a lot of calisthenics into my workout, because I want to be able to just use my body instead of just doing this and doing this. Boring. Okay, I need to shut up. No, tilapia is garbage. No, I don't have what I eat in a day video because people copy it. I cannot be bothered. No. What I can eat, you can't eat. We're all not the same. Nope, not going to do that. It would have a lot of views. I'll have to call it something else. I've got to say what I eat in a day that you can't eat. That's what I'll call it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the chat. An hour and 20. I am a friggin' idiot. Deborah, please criticize me for going so long in the future. I cannot go this long. You can't go this long. Richard is already gone, I think. To be honest, who's that comment from? One beautiful songstress. Girl, you are not kidding. It's true, honey. Like, our planet's getting warmer. Okay. You said a mouthful, honey. Y'all better be prepared for the future because it'll never be like it is today. Y'all better be ready, people. Stop sitting, going home and watching TV all night and not realizing things are about to get 10 times harder. Right? Who's it, Paulus 27? Thank you so much. I appreciate the love for this channel. You know, Stephanie is like an acquired taste. I'm kind of like liver, you know? You have to acquire a taste to follow this girl. Yes, Jay, I've done that. I've done lots of bodybuilders. Lots. Classic bikini figure, physique. The guy I was talking today, he's like, should I go keto? He wants to go to the Olympia. And I was like, be very careful. Yeah, the bodybuilder community is interesting to a point. Yes, I will. Yes, I do. Okay, guys. It was so interesting because he has his coach, right? And he's a physique competitor. He has a coach. He already did one Olympia. He has his coach. And I was like, your coach doesn't know a lot about physiology. Like, this guy who's doing the Olympia, his gut is messed up. He was the one that ate the probiotic, had to go to the hospital. I was like, dude, his skin looks congested. I was like, your gut's inflamed. It's showing up here. Your skin, and I was like, what you eat is gonna affect your muscles, your ability to grow, your health, your stamina, your joints. Yes, like, and I was like, every time his coach would say something, I was like, your coach told you to do cashews. How do you, when you eat cashews, right, for your fat, which is an omega-6, how do you feel? He's like, well, I don't really digest them well. And I was like, so your coach told you to eat a bunch of cashews that you don't digest. How is that going to help your body physique, bro? Anyway, thank you guys. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah's like, girl, get off. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely, lovely evening. And I'm going to try to not do streams this late. I just knew it was a couple days that hadn't come to you guys. I will try my hardest to get home earlier. Bye. This is a busy girl. She's a busy girl. Okay, bye, guys. Thank you, everyone. Zip Mercenary 874. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much for always helping me. I love Deborah. She's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye. And I'm out.